Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
I read somewhere that Ayushmann Khurrana is a very fine singer, but he's a better actor, and the best that he does is choosing his scripts. It's literally historic right now what he's doing. So Ayushmann Khurrana, pleasure having you back, and huge congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir.
So I think you had tweeted this I think comment which someone had posted. So how do you react to this? That it's being said that you have this Midas touch for just choosing the right scripts, like the Amir Khan of present generation in terms of choosing scripts. How do you react to that?
I really idolize.
लोग आ रहे होंगे आपके पास कि यार script हमारी please select करवा दो यार.
I don't know, but I really idolize Amir sir. I think his attitude towards filmmaking is like more of a content curator, that he always churns out great content, and I really want to be like him. Like he's so aspirational as a superstar. And yeah, of course, I read this tweet which went viral, and I firmly believe that everybody is talented. It just boils down to the choices you make. And in this day and age, every actor is talented. And more than the talent, it's fortunate or unfortunate, your commercial success is valued more, and that can only come with good content.
All right, so you're being humble, and the best part is that you are genuinely humble, which is great. So, speaking to Amit Sharma, and the entire idea is that Surekha Sikri is someone who's really pivotal. Gajraj Rao is presented like as a entire in a wonderful manner. Best part is that since there is Ayushmann Khurrana, that star appeal is there, and it really just takes the entire story forward in a wonderful manner in terms of bringing the audience in. This is something which is very similar to Amir Khan as well, that like a Rang De Basanti, he had the guts to become one character, and like there's Siddharth who's presented so beautifully. But 10 years down the line, it is known as an Amir Khan film. And I'm sure that this is something that's going to happen to Badhaai Ho in a big way as well. Where do you find this courage?
I think it comes from the script. I genuinely fell in love with the script of Badhaai Ho. When I got the narration, I think it was the most perfect script I'd ever read. And every scene had something very interesting and novel in the script. And when I read the script and I got the narration, I was like, this is bang on. Like I said yes to it immediately without thinking about any other thing. And I don't know, I think it's you have to be courageous as an actor. I think doing like a film on sperm donation was quite courageous of me as my first film also at the same time. But I think, as I said, I get inspiration from Amir sir. Like even in Dangal, he was putting these two girls on a pedestal, and he took a back seat for a while. I think it really doesn't matter. I think eventually, if you're helming a project, and you'll get benefited if it works eventually. Same goes with, I think, somebody like Ajay Devgan. We've discussed this before also. Like in Golmaal, most of the punches are with Arshad Varsi, Kunal Khemu, the supporting cast.
Johnny Lever.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it's you need to learn from these superstars who've been treading this path and selflessly exploring this territory of support cast, and which eventually works in their favor.
Absolutely. In fact, I think the fact that since you're a writer yourself, you like to write and you like to read a lot, maybe I think that is something that gives you maybe an added advantage in terms of choosing the right script.
It also comes from the theatre background. When you do a play, they're like well-etched characters, and you concentrate on your part without even thinking who's doing what. So I think it comes from there. The security comes from being a theatre actor, because I've done every kind of role in theatre. Like when I was a newcomer, I did a smaller role. Later, when I became a senior in college, so I was doing the main role. So it just it's the thing that nobody should be in your space in a way at times. Like in Badhaai Ho, was like I was the only young guy in the film. Like of course the parents were there, my younger brother was there, and Sania was there. But I don't know. I don't think like that also at the same time. I think the script should work in totality. If I'm in love with the script, I'll go for it.
I think Surekha ji has so many good things to say about you, and everything I think is going right for the film, which is I think beautiful. You become a part of that world, which is beautiful.
Yeah.
So when you're having fun with your dadi, with your younger brother, and your parents are there in the kitchen.
Yeah.
You feel that you're part of this family now. And I think it's if you manage to do that, you're home totally.
In fact, we felt like a family on the set.
Must have.
Like while readings, workshops, we were behaving like a family. Like Amit Sharma says that, you look like Neena Gupta and the younger brother looks like Gajraj Rao in the film. Like when you see the poster, like I resemble Neena ji and Gula resembles Gajraj Rao. So it just looks like an entire, like one family, a unit. So I think that's the beauty of the script, that it could have been named the Kaushik's also at the same time. So the entire family is the hero of the film, I guess.
Right, and you I think also tweeted about Akshat and Shantanu, which is I think wonderful, because the writers I think they somehow don't get the due credit?
Because I realized later that the name was not there on the poster. So like, oh my god, because the germ was with these guys. They are the ones solely responsible for this, because it's such a beautiful idea of age-old romance, different perspectives. My perspective that my mom's getting pregnant, how to deal with the society, and the other side where the girlfriend's mother from upper class, their perspective on the situation. So it's a wholesome film, and it all comes from the writers. If you're not really revering them, then I think what's the point?
Yeah, I think everything falls into place, the writing as well as the pronunciations, because I think that's very important as well, that the Uttar Pradesh, that context, and then the Haryana context that you bring to the table. All right, and talking about AndhaDhun for that matter, so you just had an AndhaDhun, which is people are loving it. There's so many people who were just talking about that if at all we have not seen it, that is one film that we would like to watch. The fact is that you've had 4 back-to-back films, which are hits. And I was reading somewhere that you've said that after Hawai Zada, 25 days after there was Tum Laga Ke Haisha, and you were wondering that maybe if this doesn't work, maybe you'll have to go back to Chandigarh. 4 back-to-back hits. Is it fair to say that maybe you're the new superstar that we have?
I don't know, that's too much of a, I don't know. I've realized that there's certain bankability that I've achieved.
Right.
But I don't want to take this whole paraphernalia seriously, because I just want to have the same enthusiasm as I had in my first film. I don't want to believe in that thing, of the stardom and everything. I want to approach a script like an actor to begin with, because I think that approach it works for me. And it works for everybody, in fact. The actors are generally self-obsessed, that we think we have attained a certain stardom, or that everything should revolve around us. Also obsessed that people should see a different you in a film. They want that you should be presented differently. But I think they just want a different story, a unique story. And I just want to have a sane head on my shoulders, that's it.
Right, you said that you started off with Vicky Dona, and it was a tricky film to start off with. But I think the more difficult film to say yes to must have been Shubh Mangal Savdhan, because so Vicky Dona, you are the star.
Alpha guy.
You are the alpha guy who's really happening. People are wondering that agar koi जैसे गजराज राव जी से he is feeling proud like a Rajesh Khanna in this one. He's giving advice to other people.
Yeah.
And there you're dealing with an erectile dysfunction. So that must have been a tough script to say yes to.
No, I think I even that one I love.
Now you've said, I think in some other interview, I'm sorry to interrupt, that you're fine, the 377 has just come in, so you're fine to of just dabbling into a film on homosexuality.
Absolutely.
That's another brave thing to even say for that.
But the script should come for that. I'm dying to do a film on LGBT and homosexuality. I think that should be path breaking, because of course Section 377 is no longer there to begin with, but acceptance is still not there.
Definitely.
Grassroots level, they are against this LGBT community. They are for Section 377. And to reach out to them, we need to have a commercial Hindi cinema, not a parallel cinema, because the audience will support LGBT community. You want to reach out to the people who do not support this community and give a message to them and bring out in an entertaining commercial way.
Definitely.
I think that's the need of the hour right now.
Say, what about Shubh Mangal Savdhan? How tough was it to just say yes to it?
Not at all. I think if you're secure in a head as a man, as an actor, you don't need to worry about it. Like, your wife is happy with you, you have a good relationship with her. Who do you want to impress? And of course, you need to put out a statement that it's not about getting it up, manliness or being an alpha guy. It's not about just being good in bed. It's about taking a stand for your spouse, for your friend, for the society. I don't know. So I think it's more than that.
Okay, now you've developed this entire image of being far more mature than what your age is. The way you've tackled the entire illness of Tahira recently, and the fact is that you've been promoting and you're having that smile on constantly. I'm sure that it must have been extremely tough. You kept a fast for her yesterday for Karwa Chauth. I think anyone and everyone had been liking your posts about that. Itwar and Somwar and all that, which is beautiful. I think you've also said that you've started believing in Buddhism and trying to just get that equilibrium in the head.
Yeah.
What's the mind space like, and how did you reach over there in the first place?
I think for Karwa Chauth, it was just for her. I had never thought it'll go viral to begin with. Like, I was getting love from everybody, not just only from my wife, which was quite overwhelming. But at the same time, you need to realize that it's a patriarchal thing. If your wife is keeping fasting for you, then I think you should also do that. It should be equal. We believe in equality. If she's fasting for your long life and good health, why aren't you doing that?
Definitely.
So it should be equal, right? And this is the first time it was unique in a way because she could not do it this time. So I was the one who was doing it. So it's just, it was kind of a statement for sure, which I later realized because I'm like that. But I thought but later I realized it's just passing a statement that it's just, you know, spinning patriarchy on its head. It's like that. And I think she was quite touched with that more than anything else. And that's about it. There was, but as I said, there was no agenda behind it that it should go viral.
No, that's something
yeah,
which is.
It was just
Anyone
my
who knows you,
gesture.
anyone who knows you would
Yeah.
know that you're not someone who does things for effect. So that's something which is
Yeah.
I think not even a question for that matter. But how is she now? How is she feeling now?
She's dealing with chemotherapy right now, but the best part is that it's not a higher stage. She's in stage 1, and mastectomy is done. But it was our choice of going with chemotherapy and go aggressive with the treatment. And she could take it. She's a brave girl, and she's
Definitely
so
is.
inspiring.
Definitely she is.
And it's a mild cycle of chemotherapy for 12 weeks, for 3 months. And she's young right now, that's why we're going through chemotherapy because we don't want her to come back again.
Do you think that she should be a writer now? She should be writing something because the way she's expressed herself off late, I think there's something that she should share.
She's already written a script and she'll be directing in February. She's written a brilliant slice of life film and it's one of the better scripts I've ever read. And I'm the bouncing board always, and I'm very critical about her. So, and vice versa also from her side also. And she's just thinking about, she's still having meetings for that while having chemo. So I think that's amazing.
That's the best thing to do.
Yeah,
just if you can, that's the
busy
best
and
diversion.
distracted. Yeah,
that's the best diversion to have. What
Yeah.
about your kids? How are they coping with it, and how you?
they have no idea. They just think it's like she's not well. That's about it. They're 6 and 4 right now, so they have no idea about cancer or chemotherapy. Nothing.
Right, and how you're just dealing with the parenting part of it right now.
Yeah, my in-laws are also here, so we're there for her, of course.
So Ayushmann, I was reading one of your interviews, and you said that if you would have been from the industry, maybe you could have made your debut at 22. You managed to do it at 27. And you've said that maybe the fact that you've done it at 27, you're far more mature. But still, the fact is that there is a bit of an imbalance for children from within the industry and the ones who are not. How do you look at it? What is your perspective?
I think I'm glad I made my debut at 27. I was more ready. I was more mature as an actor.
I'm sorry to interrupt once again,
Yeah.
but the fact is that maybe if Hawai Zada would not have worked,
Yeah.
things would have been tougher for you than from someone from within the industry.
Yeah, I think you get more chances for sure. You get more opportunities. So that's why I think I'll take it to the first film. Like I'd said no to a lot of films before Wiki Donor because I always believe that if my first film will not work, nothing will work. Like I should not think of becoming a leading actor after that. And I guess after Hawai Zada, I thought I'll probably go back to anchoring, do radio. I'll add other avenues. Also at the same time, I started my band after Hawai Zada, by the way. I started doing concerts after Hawai Zada. Immediately, the day it released, I got the reviews. Next day, I started prepping my band. I started calling people, different musicians. I had jamming sessions. My concerts were lined up. So there were different vectors. I'm blessed that I have different talents. So I was not thinking really of going back to Chandigarh. It's just the acting part I was like iffy about because of course you are known by the success of your film.
Definitely.
Irrespective of your talent. That's the hard reality of the industry.
Absolutely.
So from there on, I think the learning was to just go for good content. Just go for the best content you get and think selflessly about the script per se.
Since morning, I've been listening to your songs on my mobile. Say on your this thing that
That's
you
so
have,
sweet.
They're like these apps which they have radio channels.
Yeah.
So one thing which I just felt was that you have a certain scale that you like to just express yourself in, and the fact is that more than the pitching part of it, it's the expression. जो आप कहने की कोशिश करते हो उसमें एक बड़ी सादगी होती है. And I think I was just feeling, I was listening to one song after
कौन सा गाना सुना आपने?
काफी सारे मैंने सुने. पानी द रंग मैंने सुना और भी काफी मतलब one after another. What I felt was because when you're having the earplugs on that जो आपकी personality की simplicity है वो आपकी music में भी नजर आती है. That आप बहुत पेचीदगियों में नहीं जाना चाहते हो. You try to say things in a simple manner, even in terms of the notes that you poke, that you pick for that matter, and it has the desired impact. Because I think music, for that matter, it's all about, it should have it should enter like very lucidly in a simple manner. So I was just connecting it with your personality as well. That's exactly how you are as a person as well. So music has, I think, a very strong connect to you as an individual in terms of finding yourself or just finding your thoughts?
That's a great analogy that you've drawn. Thank you so much for that. But I always believe that, trying too hard will never work. Even with my acting, I think I don't try too hard. I just live the character. And with music also, I think I have a certain range. I'm not a versatile singer. I'm not a classically trained singer. So, औकात से बाहर जाना भी नहीं चाहिए.
That's a very sensible thing to do, actually.
Yeah, I guess it's all about the feel. If you just feel the song, feel the lyrics, feel the situation, I think it's your home.
Great. Ayushmann, we've taken a few fan questions. Let's see.
Yeah.
Quite a few of them, I think, pretty interesting questions that have come about. So let's take them. Okay, so this is Akash Shirsat from Mumbai. Will he ever release his full-fledged independent music album?
I think we live in a day and age when albums don't work, they're only singles. Like फिल्में भी 3.5 घंटे से 2 घंटे की हो गई हैं. अब album की जगह एक गाना आता है, single. So I think it's all about singles now. And that's about it. This is the era. It's a fast food era right now. So singles होंगे बहुत सारे. Album, I don't think so. You need a lot of time for that.
So are you coming up with a new single?
I've recently sung a couple of songs for AndhaDhun, one song for Badhaai Ho.
Like an independent one?
होगा. मतलब अभी चंद कितना हुआ था before these 2 releases. So if I have a gap between 2 film releases, I'll definitely go for it.
Okay. This is Ankita from Odisha. How's your wife first and how you feel when you know about the cancer? What is the reaction?
It was shocking. It was shocking, but we always go for the positives. We got to know about it early. It was an earlier stage. So seeing her reaction gave me confidence. Like she was confident about it, fighting cancer out of her body. And that confidence gave me confidence, gave everybody confidence. So I think it was all cool.
Okay, this is Yasiru Vismini from Colombo, Sri Lanka. How the way you are selecting only the best scripts and movies all the time. Love you so much, Ayushmann. All the very best.
Yasiru Vismini, thank you for the question. And I think I've never worked with an A-list director apart from Sriram Raghavan. This is the first time I approached a director for a film. I think it's important to believe in fresh talent, raw talent, and believe in the script to begin with. And I think like Shujit Sarkar became a Shujit Sarkar after Vicky Donor. Sharad Kataria became a Sharad Kataria after Dam Laga Ke Aisha. And Ashwini became Ashwini after Bareilly, and Amit Sharma became Amit Sharma after Badhaai Ho.
Definitely.
So it's good to back talent which you believe in, and especially the script writers. I think we have great script writers, and instead of going for a project कि मुझे इस हीरोइन के साथ, इस डायरेक्टर के साथ, इस प्रोड्यूसर के साथ काम करना है, just go for the content, get the basics right, that's it.
No, absolutely, that's extremely important actually. Alright, this is Hero Kiswani. Being a reality show contestant, then a VJ, a singer, an actor, and acing all of them now, what are you looking for in near future? What is the next plan?
Right now the plan is just to sing and act. That's it, act and sing. And in future I may write a script or may direct a film or produce a film.
Direction is something that people would want you to do that.
That'll happen one day, but as of now I just want to act.
Hero Kiswani once again, he's from Mumbai actually. Explain the climax of AndhaDhun. So many people, they have this question.
I think Sriram Raghavan has nailed the bullseye with this one, because in my head I always wanted the climax to be not open-ended.
Right.
And he wanted to be open-ended. So I guess he's achieved that, and he wanted the people to debate and argue and keep it ambiguous. And that's the beauty of it. I think he's a genius. And for me, I've taken Simi's eyes, agreed to doctor's advice, and cooked up a fake story in front of Radhika's character, Sophie. Yeah.
Must have, but I think what a performance, and even it's such an entertaining film. It just totally zaps you completely. It totally zaps you, and I think Tabu is, she leaves you speechless.
She's amazing.
She leaves you speechless. What a talent she is.
Yeah.
And how horrible she can be.
That too, with all innocence.
All innocence, and what an actor.
Yeah.
This is Mohammad Sardar from Kurdistan, Iraq.
Wow.
What are the points that push you to take or reject a film?
I think to select a script, it should be certain value creation padded up with entertainment. Not just only entertainment, but has to be some value creation also along with it. This gives you both critical acclaim and also commercial acclaim. It's good to tread the middle path. and the middle of the cinema is here to stay. I think it'll never go out of fashion.
It definitely can't. You know, it's like it's something which is working so well right now.
Yeah.
This is Upuli Jaisinghe, and she's saying that, do you think Me Too India is being overused and misused? A lot of cases are true, but few are using it for their own advantage. The recent allegation case on Sushant Singh Rajput and its withdrawal seems like a major promotional event for their movie. What's your say on this?
I think nobody will do this to promote a film. Must be a misunderstanding or whatever. I have no idea about the issue. But at the same time, I think it's the need of the hour, and it should happen. No place should be. I think every place should be safe for women, and harassment of any kind should not be tolerated. I know it could be misused also. The collateral damage will be there. But having said that, equal opportunity should be given to both the parties to prove their innocence. But I think it's high time that we should be jotting down rules, the code of conduct for men, women both at workplace.
I think even you've experienced in the beginning of your career.
Yeah.
And it was quite awkward for you.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I think it's like if one has to focus on your talent, that is something that will take you places.
Yeah, this will not take you anywhere. I think you should believe that only your talent can take you places, nothing else.
Right. Okay. Upuli from Sri Lanka. Once again, what is your favorite dialogue from Badhaai Ho?
I think that the transition in my character, where I take a stand for my parents, when I confront Sania's mother in the film.
I was thinking about that earlier. Shiba Chadda.
Yeah,
that's really good.
I think that's the high point for me, because I'm the one who's bridging the two worlds in the film, and that's the first time there's like a transition in my character. Hriday parivartan jise bolte hain. So I think that's very special for me.
And the fact is that movies affect people, and the fact is that something like this, that you should take care of your parents, be it old parents or whatever. So I'm sure that it's a very good message that goes out of the film, and the best part, it's not preachy.
Yeah.
No one wants to have a preachy sort of stuff for the matter.
I think that's a treatment which Amit Sharma has given to the film. He's great. He's very versatile as a director.
Yeah, absolutely. A very very fine guy. In fact, I was speaking to him. He told me that the mother reminds me of my own mother. The grandfather reminds me of my own BG.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's done all this Google and Kashmir tourism and so many beautiful ads.
He's a big name in ad film.
Yeah, he's not merely big name. There's a lot of heart in his.
There is
short films, which is like really amazing. This is Rohit Dheer from Jalandhar. Besides singing in your own movies, have you been offered to sing in other actors' movies?
To be frank, not really.
But I think you should.
I think there's no dearth of good singers in our country, and they are way more talented than me. And I'm happy singing for myself. I just want to lend my voice, my own character, which is fine. It only happens in India कि actor दूसरे की आवाज में गा रहे हैं, playback singing हो रही है. बाहर ऐसा नहीं होता है. So I just want to sing for my own self. That's it. And for others, I think they are better singers than me.
All right. This is Rakesh from Vizag. Does being a celebrity prevent you from doing or being something that you really like?
It totally depends on you as a person. If you want to be yourself, you can be yourself even after becoming a celebrity. Nobody's stopping you. Nobody's forcing you to put up a facade of a stardom or behave in a certain way. There's no mandate, and I think you'll be respected for that if you are yourself, even after attaining a certain stature.
Alright, this is a good question. This is Noor from Karachi. How is your Urdu so fluent, and where did you learn it from?
I'm still learning. I have a long way to go. I want to learn Urdu, and my pronunciation is right because I'm good with languages. My grandfather used to read Gita in Urdu because he used to read Urdu newspapers. And my mother is MA Hindi, and by default Hindi और हिंदुस्तानी mix हो जाती है, तो गंगा जमुनी तहजीब जो होती है वो आ जाती है. But I still want to learn how to write. I can write my name, that's it.
Okay, this is Rohit Dheer once again. Now that you're an A-lister, will you continue to do small and medium budget films?
I think film का budget कुछ नहीं होता, film का content बड़ा होता है. And budget should always be constrained for I think producers are safe like that, and you are more bankable like that. You should not go overboard with the budget at all. That's not a good thing to do. Until unless the film demands VFX ज़्यादा है या फिर कुछ और है. So I think it's all about that. I think it's not about the budget, it's the content which matters.
Dev Malia _Roy. True that Ayushmann has worked on the best of scripts, but is there a chance to see him in a different kind of role, like the one of Ranveer in Rockstar or that of Ranveer as Khilji? I think he's very versatile and can try at different challenging roles. That's a good question.
I think AndhaDhun for me was quite challenging.
It's a different.
But at the same time, I know we were talking about like a mythological or like an alpha role or maybe like a negative or a grey character. Though AndhaDhun was grey, but complete out and out negative. Would love to do that, because in theatre I've only done negative roles. Nobody can probably expect a negative character out of me, but I've mostly done negative roles while doing theatre, and that side is still unexplored. So I think धीरे धीरे explore हो तो अच्छा है. So it's fine.
Alright, this is Sahana from Pune. Hello and many congratulations for AndhaDhun and Badhaai Ho. What is more important to you, good script and character, or a 100 crore movie with no good script?
I don't. Of course, Sahana, you know the answer. A good script with good character. And what is a 100 crore film? Badhaai is reaching 100 crore now almost. So I think any good script can reach 100 crore if it just finds that resonance with the people.
I think it's going to be your biggest hit, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be your biggest hit.
Yeah.
Alright, Rakesh Mahato from Pune. Do you think maximum awards will go for your movies? I think so.
I'm
AndhaDhun
glad that both my films are two of the best films of 2018. I would like to thank Sriram Raghavan and Amit Sharma for that, and the writers of these films, Akshat and Shantanu and Pooja from AndhaDhun. So even last year also, I think most of the awards were given to Bareli Ki Barfi and Shubh Mangal Savdhan. So I've been fortunate to, or maybe, the choices have also mattered a lot. So yeah, I'm guessing these two films will be getting a lot of awards.
Okay, this is a good question. Fatem from Jordan. Hello Ayush, did you feel that Kejo asked you to join Coffee with Karan season after your back-to-back hits, while you have spent more than 6 years in the industry, but he's not asked you for appearance in the show? It's a controversial question, actually.
It's not controversial. In fact, on the show also I said that, I was expecting him to call me immediately after Vicky Donor. And, my family is a regular viewer of Coffee with Karan. They're huge fans. But I used to have that thing in me, कि यार मुझे कब बुलाएंगे, मुझे बुलाया नहीं है, and I used to feel like that. But eventually it happened after these two releases, AndhaDhun and Badhaai Ho. But I guess he calls anybody who's relevant. And which is fine, which is fair.
Yeah, I think that's...
Yeah.
And he's quite fair with that.
Absolutely.
He's quite fair with that. Alright, this is Rahul Naik from Mumbai. Ayushmann sir, which movie of IMSRK made you his fan?
I can't just name one, there are a lot of movies. To begin with, Deewana, his first entry shot, कोई ना कोई चाहिए प्यार करने वाला. Deewana, चमत्कार, बाजीगर, then Raju ban gaya gentleman, Swades, Chak De India. So yeah,
There are a lot of them.
lot of them. Kabhi haan kabhi na.
Kabhi Haan Kabhi Nahi, yeah, that's true.
That's my favorite character.
And very good music.
Very good music. Jatin Lalit. And I मुंबई आया था सोच के आया था कि ऐसा character करूँगा एक.
Majru Sultanpuri lyrics.
क्या बात है.
Akash ki hum hosh mein aane
फराह
wale.
खान की choreography भी.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright, last question. Rajveer from Pakistan. Interesting. Okay, are you in 83?
No.
That Kapil Dev
No, I'm
movie?
not.
So, where has this rumor started from?
I'm not an idiot.
Nawaz apparently is. Nawazuddin Siddiqui is
I have no
apparently.
idea.
But you've not been approached by...
No.
Because I think there must be multiple characters. I
Yeah,
believe.
but
You've not been approached
No.
for anything. Alright. Okay, so Ayushmann, what are you doing next?
I'm reading a couple of amazing scripts, which are again content based. They have a solid one-liner, but I've still not made an announcement. So yeah, I'm looking forward to these two.
Alright, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And congratulations once again.
Thank you so
lovely
much.
talking to you as always, and very happy for you.
Thank you.
And because it's like a very hard-earned success that you have managed, and here's wishing you much more. And I
Thank
hope
you.
that Tyra gets well soon,
Thank you.
and you guys manage to cope with everything very soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Ayushmann Khurrana, and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.